Hello, this is Kim, and today I'm going to show you how I used the Cupid's heart to make Valentine's cards. They turned out super cute. I made 3 and I'm going to make one more so that there's a set of 4. So I'll show you how to do the 4th one. I wanted you to know I used the Cupid's heart. This is the 8x8 collection. And I also used this die, which is making this job super easy, and they turn out really cute. This can be found at Country Craft Creations. It is the Eileen Hull, I think, what did they call it? Snail mail, I think is what the name of this one is. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, it makes it really easy to put together a quick card, and that turns out really cute. So let me show you the ones that I have made. So this is the first one that I made. I don't know if you can see the colors very well. I did lift some of them with, well, on some of them I used chipboard, and on some of them I used foam squares. I have a little puffy pink heart down here. I used a punch for the word love and for the heart. I have a little bit of eyelash trim behind here. And then on the inside I just put a little decoration down at the corner. So that was the first one that I made. The second one is similar, but this time I put the heart and the word love up there. Still have a pink puffy heart. Some of these are raised. And then on the inside. And the next one is a little bit different. So this one has the little Cupid girl thingy. It's facing the other direction. So I put 3 pink hearts up here. I put the eyelash trim at the top and the bottom, the heart over here. But that one I think is cute too. I still have to put something on the inside. I haven't done that yet. So the pattern, the paper that I used has 4 caricatures or whatever characters, and so this is the one I need to use this time. So this one has a little bit more yellow to it, so I had to use some different papers, still from the Cupid's heart, but it might not match 100% with the other 3, but it doesn't matter, they're going to different people. So this die has 2 pieces. It cuts out a rectangular mat, and then it cuts out the little individual pieces, but it's one sheet. So let me show you what that looks like. Let's see. So when you cut it out, this is the square piece, the mat. And I cut out this one, but that's not the one I want to show you. So this is what it looks like when you cut it out, and you can use it any direction that you want. Okay, and so it mats real nicely like so. Well, then you want to cut another one. Well, I cut like 4 different sheets so that I could cut these out front and back and put different patterns on here. So if you make 4 cards, you should only need 4 different sheets of this, but because I started putting some of the pieces inside for decoration, I had to cut another one. So this is where I'm at, and then I used, this is 5.5 by 8.5, and then I scored it 4 1/4, and that will be the base of my card. And then I cut another one for piece of paper for the inside, and this, I don't even remember what I did this one at. Let's see. For the inside, it's 4 by 5 1/4. So I'll just stick that right inside there, and I'll probably cut out a piece of ephemera and put on the corner. But when you make these, it's easier to put glue down the card and this first onto your card, and then start the layering on top. So I'm going to go ahead and do that part and get that ready. And then we'll start cutting and looking to see what looks best. My glue is about empty, so I might have to switch in between. All right, let's do this first. So I kind of made them like an assembly line. So once you cut out your the dies and you have these different pattern papers to use, it goes really fast. Okay. And now I want it to go this direction, not this one, because when I cut out my papers, the direction of the paper, I want to make sure it matches. So because I punched mine out this way, I have to make sure that I glue this on the same direction so that my patterns aren't upside down. So I'll just go ahead and put some glue on the back of this. The part that takes the longest is trimming the pattern paper, because I didn't want the little tab things on it. I wanted it to be smooth, so that's the only thing that takes a little bit of time. Now really you could do something like this and put something on there really super easy. You wouldn't even have to do the pattern paper. I have a die that cuts love, and it gives you a background and the word. It looks like this. I don't know where I got it though. So that was handy. It was perfect. So it comes with 2 pieces. And that's where I cut out the word love. And my punches, the heart is just a punch. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to do this off camera, but I'm going to start cutting these squares. And it's easy to cut because of the circles that punched out. So then you're going to go and cut all those out. And then I'm going to take my paper trimmer and cut off the rough edge to make it smooth. And then I'll just start laying things down in the pattern that I like. And I want a variety of colors. I want some patterns, some little, you know, like faces, flowers. I just want a combination, and we'll lay them out and see what looks best. Okay, I think I found the patterns that I want. I had to move it around quite a bit. I didn't want to have to cut one more, so I'm trying to make this work. So now that I have that laid out, I'm going to go ahead and get my trimmer, and I want to cut off those rough edges. So I just use my little trimmer here, and I get as close as I can. Let's see. This one's kind of hard to see sometimes. I'll just go around on all 4 sides. Get the rough part off. And then I'm going to go around and ink all of them. And what am I using? I'm using Vintage Photo. And I'll lay that back down so I remember where I put it. And then I'm just going to go on to the next one and keep doing that, going round and round. So I'm not much of a card maker usually. I like to make tags, and I don't know why cards are that much different, but for some reason I have a harder time coming up with ideas for cards, and so this actually is a great die for me so that I don't have to stress over how to lay things out. Oh, I forgot to ink that one. And you could do this like an assembly line, like I said earlier, just get a whole bunch, cut a whole bunch of things out so that it makes the putting the card part together much faster. I liked adding that heart. I think you need to add something on top of the paper. That's not close enough. Otherwise it's kind of flat. And that's also why I'm going to be putting some of the pieces, not all of them, but some of them I'm going to put some dimension or some chipboard on the back or something to make some of them stand out. I keep forgetting to ink. I'm curious to see what this will look like with different patterns of paper, like birthday or Easter. I mean, you can use it for everything. And then instead of a heart, if it's Easter, I have some Easter egg dies. That would be cute. Or even if you have some three-dimensional stickers, that would look good. I just like different heights. Some flat, some poking up here. The smaller ones are the hardest ones to trim in my trimmer anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera just so you don't have to sit and watch me use this, and then I'll come back and I'll start gluing it down together with you. Okay, I trimmed everything and I put ink on it, and now I'm going to decide which ones I want to lift with chipboard to make it a little bit more dimensional. So if this is going to be on there, I'll probably do going at a diagonal these three and then this one. So what I do to, instead of using foam squares sometimes, is I just cut chipboard and I glue it on the back like so, and then that will make it stick up just as well as the foam squares, and you can get a more coverage too. You can cut it more to size, and it does stick down well with the art glitter glue. And I'm just going to do one layer. Sometimes if you want more, you could just double up your chipboard too. Okay, and let's go ahead and lay that one out. I'm going to do all the dimensional ones first. So this one's thin, so I need to cut a skinny one. Double check. Yep, that works. And you don't have to put it the full length of the paper. You can if you want. And let's glue that one here too. Okay, this bottom one. I want that. Yeah. Did I end up going with this one? Or this? Yep, that one. So I need to flip it over. I rearranged it several times. I could have cut another piece and have different squares, but I just wanted to use what I had already cut. Let's see, this direction. Okay, this one will be flat. I did get some more flat back things to put on there just to add a little something. And this part goes pretty quick once you have all the cutting and the inking done. And even though the majority of this is red, I'm still going to use that pink eyelash trim behind the little Valentine person Cupid thingy. I guess I could have lifted this one too, but and then this one, do I want to lift? Nope, I want to make that flat. Okay, I do want a little heart in the corner. Like so. I'll just leave that to dry, and I'm going to put these two little, I don't know, flowers, I guess they are, right there. I might have to get my tweezers. Sometimes it's hard for me to hold. And, ooh. once you set it down and kind of push it, just leave it alone so that it can dry. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Okay. So this will go here. Or do I want the heart? Like that. Maybe. Probably. Alright, so I'm going to put a little piece of chipboard on this corner just because this one's lifted, and so the heart won't lay quite right if I don't. So I'll do this. Is that what I want? Yep, okay. Just make sure. Yep, perfect. So I'll lay that down. And I gotta put a little glue down here at the tip that I missed. Now I'll put this like so. Okay. Now I do want to put some of this eyelash trim down. So I'm just going to kind of wrap it around my hand, make it in a circle. I don't use much glue on that because I'm going to set this on top. I think I'm going to go ahead and put some chipboard behind this little character too, so it'll stand up nicer on the eyelash trim. So let's see, is that going to work? Yep. And I do want a couple little pieces just so it stands up evenly and doesn't get, you know, sometimes if you don't put it on all the pieces, it sits funny. So just little pieces here and there will help. Okay. And the little hat. Ooh, that's kind of cutting it close. I better trim it just a hair. Makes it more sturdy. And I feel like I need one on this little hand too. Just a tiny little piece. All right. Ooh, that was close. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here and there just to kind of get the eyelash trim to, so it doesn't go flying around when I put the little character on. That should be good. Just a minute, I'm recording. And I'll put that down. Like so. Give it a little push down here. Let it dry. I kind of want that tucked in more. And I feel like the hat is not laying down like it should. on the heart here. All right, let me finish gluing this down and I'll be back. All right, this one's done now. So this is what it looks like up close. And then on the inside, I just put a little piece that was from the die, and I did not trim that one, so it looks a little bit more like a stamp kind of. So let's go and look at all of them together. It's kind of hard to see. Let me move this a little bit closer. The lighting is not always the best down here. Anyway, it's super cute when you're done. So let me just review with you real quick. I'm not gonna lie, whenever my family is upstairs right by the door watching TV and I'm down here recording, I'm so self-conscious because I'm afraid they're listening to what I'm saying and they're up there making fun of me. So I kind of talk quiet. Now that they're not here right now, let's make sure that everybody knows what's going on now. Okay. So I used some soft pink hearts. They're just fabric. I don't know where I got them. I had eyelash trim. I had a die with a border that said love. I used, what did I use? Where's it at? A punch to cut out the heart. Obviously the dies. I used vintage photo ink. And I think that's about it. I did use some chipboard to lift some of the pieces off. So you tell me, which one do you like better? Here's one. The cardigan is, I cut a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of paper, folded it in half. Oh, I didn't put one in here. I'm going to have to put one in here. So there's this one. Let's say that's number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Now I feel like it needs something up there, and number 4. So in the comments below, would you please tell me which number you liked best? Because I'm kind of curious. All right, you guys go to countrycraftcreations.com. The paper, the die, you're gonna love what you see there. So if you have any questions, let me know. And again, please comment down below as to what number you liked best. Thanks, everybody.